Bam, we're live. Oh, shit. Not really. Not really. Not really.
What's wrong? What happened?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
But
Can you hear me?
Do I sound like shit?
What?
Do I sound like shit?
Not very good. A little different than normal.
The power went out here. That's why the podcast, we had to move everything around, and now all the mics are down. Let me see.
10 at the lap. Now I can give my wife some attention because he knew tonight was too good to be true.
Is that what he said? How's
That's
that
funny.
better now?
Yeah, it is better. What'd you change?
Hello. I was using some mic off a monitor, a computer here. Hey, what's up? Thanks for doing this so late. I know we were scheduled to go at 6, then I pushed it to 7, and then I made up that story that my power went out.
I knew it was made up.
Right.
Yeah, what's up with that? California sucks, huh?
It does. Blows.
I hear it's great until the power needs to stay on.
I'm tripping on something.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm great. It makes me realize how fucking amazing and great I am. What I'm tripping on.
Okay. Well,
I'm tripping on the fact that all these heavyweights out there, there's like, I don't know, I don't, and I want to leave out the plates and dates guy, because except for that whole piece that he put on being a charlatan, which I thought was over the top, to call the Liver King a charlatan, I thought that was significantly over the top, in my opinion. The guy.
Wait, charlatan.
Oh, okay. I'll look it up for you here.
Yeah, I don't know what charlatan is.
A charlatan is a person falsely claiming to have special knowledge or skill of fraud.
So he is a charlatan.
I don't think so. Well, if he is, he doesn't deserve a 10-minute piece on hammering that in. Tell me why you think he's a charlatan. Tell me why you think the Liver King's a charlatan. I'll tell you why I think he's not a charlatan.
Oh, you say the Liver King is a charlatan. Okay, maybe.
No, yeah, I'm saying he's not a charlatan. I'm saying the plates and dates guy video was pretty damn good, but I thought the section where he's like trying to cast him as a charlatan was over the top. Like, hey, I appreciate you.
You mean the last 10 minutes?
Is that where it was? The last 10 minutes? There was a whole section in there where he just talks about the Liver King. He basically defines what a charlatan is. He uses some other guy's video. Do you remember that?
Oh, that's like the first 30 minutes is kind of him plugging in a whole bunch of different podcasts. And maybe that's what you're talking about. I have it broken up in my mind as like the first 30 minutes is him just laying the groundwork. The next 20 minutes was him giving a perspective in all those emails. And then the last 10 is kind of what he grabbed from those emails and how he felt about it. So maybe it was the first 30 minutes you were in. Yeah,
it was in the first 30 minutes. I see a guy that's selling pills that in those emails, he also says he takes those pills along with the steroids. And I see a guy who practices what he preaches as far as the 9-10 and scope. Maybe he doesn't. I mean, the first thing I actually thought when he got caught they outed him for doing steroids was, oh, fuck, I wonder if he really does sleep on those wooden planks with that thin piece of cotton.
And you know what?
I didn't give a fuck about the steroids. Say that again.
The more plates, more dates guy thought the same thing.
He did?
At some point in that video, he brings up well, maybe you're only sleeping for a couple hours a night because you sleep on fucking wooden planks.
Okay. So, and I got the impression from the plates and dates guy that he also believes that he wasn't dogging the guy's supplement line.
No, not one bit.
And so
I think I know where you're going with this.
Well, I don't know. It's going to take a pretty crazy turn here. Where were these guys when fucking the George Floyd thing happened? Where were these guys?
I didn't see that coming.
Right. And not the plates and dates guy. Where was the guy? Where was Joe Rogan 2 years ago? I remember listening to clips of his podcast where he was dancing around about
Are you trying
COVID.
To say that they're ready to jump aboard the Liver King teardown, but they weren't going to jump on
They're
board?
Such pussies.
Okay.
So many of those guys are such pussies. They won't tell you their true opinion about the vaccine. That dude apologized to the woke crowd.
If we're being entirely fair to Derek.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Derek. I'm giving Derek a pass. I thought his piece.
So Rogan,
that bio lane guy, even my homeboy Paul Saladino, or there's a guy. Let me play this for you. The dad bods guy. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I don't know if I was to say anything. I was noticing I had the cap on this water bottle trying to drink it.
It's like,
no, but why Saladino in BioLane? What do they have to do with George Floyd?
Just any of the subjects. Paul Saladino is a doctor. I'd like to hear him chime in about how transgenderism is a mental illness. That basically what it is in general, people are going to hate me for this, but basically what it is, it's textbook psychology 101. Something bad happened to you as a kid, and you believe it happened to you because you were either male or female. So instead of dealing with that problem, that massive tragedy that happens to you, you try to run away from your sex. And instead of being around good mentors who tell you that, hey, chopping off your penis or chopping off your tits won't get you away from these bad people, what you have to do is you have to go inside and do some inner work. They take you down that path. Why hasn't Dr. Saladino talked about that? Why haven't they talked? Paul's been great about.
Because he's scared.
Yeah.
All of these people, right?
All these people are attacking the Liver King. They think they're doing it for some benign reason. And I give the people like you and the plates and dates guy. What's his name?
Derek.
I want to give them a pass. Because you guys have been doing that before Liver King came. That was your shtick. Like I was at a murder scene one time and I filmed it, and a lot of people fucking got mad at me. I've told that story, right?
Because
a lot of people got mad at me. But I carried a camera around with me and filmed everything in that town 24 hours a day for 3 years. Like, fuck you. That's what I do. I'm not an ambulance chaser.
Oh, okay.
But where were these guys to speak up about the burning of Ferguson? Why is Joe Rogan apologizing to the woke crowd for something he knows he didn't do? When he apologizes, all he's doing is building more bars for black people. He knows that. He's not dumb. He's just demanding that all black people be offended by the words he said when they shouldn't be offensive at all in the context he used them, especially.
Have you ever been able to flip somebody? So like.
Yes.
Trust me, I get a bunch of the stuff that you're throwing down.
Yes.
I'm wondering if you've ever heard someone go, everything you're saying just makes so much sense that I need to change my perspective on many things.
So I'm going to tell you a story, and I told it a couple nights ago.
All right.
A lady texted me the other day. DM me the other day. Text me.
Well, what was it?
It was a text.
It matters.
Well, it mattered. About 3 months ago, we started texting. Okay. It started off as a DM. So this came in as a text.
Roger. Okay.
I asked her if she'd come on the show. She is her words, not mine, a lesbian butch who's raising a son.
Okay.
And 3 days ago, when we had Xavier DeRusso on, she texted me the next day. A lot of shit, some shit that I'm not comfortable sharing here, but eventually I've asked her to come on the show, and she said yes, but I just don't know if she's really ready to come on the show, and I don't want to take advantage of her. But she said to me, "Holy shit! Basically, I've been listening to your podcast for fucking a year and a half and disagreed with everything you said, and fucking all of a sudden I couldn't disagree anymore. You had Xavier DeRusso, and she's black. She's fucking black, lesbian, butch, raising a son." And she goes, "I can't do it anymore. You red pilled me. That's it. I'm done. I got it. I understand. I can't fucking believe you did it." She gets it. That's just the most recent one I've gotten. I've gotten a lot of those, but that one was amazing. And you know what I wrote back to you? Please tell me you're Jewish, because wouldn't that be awesome if she was Jewish, black, lesbian? But she wasn't. She's like, "Sorry, I can't give you the triple crown."
Did she adopt her son?
I haven't gotten into any of that with her, but I really like her. I love texting with her.
Okay.
She's like she's half and half. She's like one of those redheaded black people.
Excuse me.
I probably shouldn't say anymore. I don't want to give it away. I'm really enjoying my relationship with her.
All right. Don't ruin it. But it's probably because.
But isn't that awesome that you're asking that? Has anyone ever flipped? Because I know you want to be like, Sevan, shut the fuck up. People have to come to this at their own pace. Everyone blossoms at their own pace.
Not.
Oh, okay.
I kind of assumed that you wouldn't keep doing it. It would make you sound insane if you were to have said, "No, never once."
Oh,
like, dude, what are you doing then? Just beating your head into a brick wall.
So some people will say that in the comments. Hey, why do you talk about this stuff? You're just beating your head into a wall. But the thing is, there's so many people out there who are alone and scared. Like, so now she's isolated. She's been red pilled, and her entire fucking surroundings haven't. Her family. Look at even Xavier. I don't know if you saw that podcast. Like, he's like half his family doesn't like him.
Was that the one from last night?
It was the black cat who goes to Sousa's gym, which it's so weird that he goes to Sousa's gym.
Was that the 4 hour podcast?
Oh, there it is. Dad Bod Steve. Is that it? Dad? Say that again?
Oh no. Is it the 4 hour episode?
Oh, no.
Okay. No.
Me and that guy didn't even get into woke shit. Is it this guy?
Interesting. You talked 4 hours without getting into woke shit.
Yeah, I know.
Honestly, that might be the first time I've ever used that word. It kind of felt weird.
Woke?
To say the word woke. Yeah, I've never used that word.
Yeah.
You ever have words like that where it's like,
yes.
Oh, I said it?
Yeah. All those words like cis and all those words like, ugh.
Yeah, like simp.
Yeah.
Sus is one of them. Like people say sus.
Incel. I try not to know what any of those words mean. Damn, where's that dad bod guy? Someone sent me a who sent me that? Was it?
Didn't you send me something about this? I bet if it wasn't buried in that text thread, that's 10,000 words long. I'd be able to find it for you.
Oh, it's in our Dubai Championships thread.
I would have to say so. You want me to help you?
God, the
I
photo.
know you're running a solo ship right now on there.
The Photoshop in there today was amazing, wasn't it?
Oh, I thought those were real.
The
media director, the former head media director of CrossFit, I just thought those were real. They're that well done.
Andrew and Matt, is it in that thread? Oh yeah, here it is. Okay, here it is. Look at this guy. These guys are just tools. Like I want to. All of a sudden, they just come out of the woodwork to dad bod _ Steve.
Team Richie. I just wanted to give you an update on me. 4 days ago, he looks sad. It's got 73,000 views. What do you think it's about?
That's a Craig Ritchie video?
Yeah, it's on like the YouTube front page. I bet it's got nothing to do with him being sad.
Okay. I bet you're right too. Okay, listen to this guy. Listen to this guy. This is Dad Bod Steve.
The Liar King.
Okay, listen to this. Listen to this jerk off.
I'm ready.
King lied. He is a fraud. People are pissed, and here is why. Emails revealing the Liver King's
Echo.
Steroid habit recently leaked. And if you haven't seen Derek for more plates, more dates, 1 hour expose on the
I do find it endearing that everyone keeps giving Derek credit. I do like that.
Subject that is.
I was called out once for that.
I'm not mad that he used steroids. A lot of my childhood heroes used steroids. Jose Canseco, Arnold Schwarzenegger, The Ultimate Warrior, they all juiced, and they basically owe their careers to it. For the most part, they were honest about it, so that's not the problem.
Not true.
The problem is that the Liver King went the A-Rod, Lance Armstrong, Mike O'Hearn approach, juiced to the gills, and denied it multiple times. I hate that. You hate that.
No, I hate that, and you hate that? No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm not a bitch. I don't hate that. Everyone's responsible for their own shit. It's completely out of my control. I don't hate that. That's one of the things that makes me an adult. That's one of the things that makes me a man. I don't hate that. That's on him. That's on the Liver King. I don't hate that.
I agree.
What I hate are people doing.
Actually, I have a 20-minute video putting out tomorrow about why I don't hate it.
I can't wait. Oh God, your last couple of videos have been amazing.
Everyone hates that, and it can take a really long time to forgive.
Forgive? It can take a really long time to forgive. It can take a really... You jackass. Steve, buddy, I have a consulting, a capable child consulting. I charge $500 an hour, but I can also...
Can you go to his page?
I'm sorry. Oh, sure.
But you can also keep going.
But I can also, like, I will do you for free. Even if you don't have kids, I can help you with your inability to become a man and not need forgiveness from not think that you need to forgive the Liver King or that you're mad or it's going to take some amount of time. You are the exact opposite of enlightenment.
Scroll really quick if you could. I just want to see
King.
what this guy's page looks like.
Hey,
Happy
dude.
Thanksgiving.
Hey, dude. And I love Paul Saladino, so I kind of
Is this who this is? This isn't Paul Saladino.
No, it's not. But I'm going to say something about him too. Like, he's been friends with Brian for 5 years. So
Brian
Johnson, Liver King.
Got it. Okay,
and it's
okay.
outside of like fucking rape and pedophilia, like I stand by my friends like through something like this. I just laugh at it.
Top 5 performance enhancing movies.
I've even heard Joe Rogan do the same thing to Brendan Schwab that Jocko Willink did to Joe Rogan. When Joe Rogan apologized for that shit, Jocko's like, he's really a good guy. He didn't mean it, but I am concerned about his psychedelic use and his drinking. Like, fuck off, dude. Why are you conflating issues? Like, you're not a real friend to say that. And it's the same thing. Like, it really bums me out that I'll hear Joe Rogan say, I know Brendan Schwab's an idiot, but he's my ride or die. Like, oh, cool. Thanks. Like,
yeah, fuck this dead bod Steve guy.
Oh, it's just such baby.
Click on
shit.
that top. Oh fuck.
Where were you? Where were these guys? Where were these guys when shit was like hitting the fan and like there was real shit to talk about? Why don't you just focus on? Why isn't anyone just focusing on all the amazing shit Liver King has done? Dude, you can find fucking hundreds, probably thousands of people who've gotten rid of fucking 10 years of or lifelong eczema because they've adopted the Liver King lifestyle.
And that's the thing, man.
Autoimmune diseases, all that shit. Like, fuck off.
He's done so much good. And the thing is, my entire video is under the umbrella that I think it's part of his master plan to get more people to know who the Liver King is.
Like the Kardashians releasing a fuck
exactly.
video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like who on the face of this planet. Like he mentioned a couple. It was Schwarzenegger, Mike O'Hearn, that wrestler dude I'd never heard of. Everyone thought that they were on steroids, and they've been around for how long? And how many people know these people, have access to these people? Way more than the Liver King. But coincidentally, Liver King, 1 year after he hits the freaking planet, he has all these emails come out. It's like that's not by chance. It was part of his master plan. It's just like a sex tape, yes.
I was thinking about this,
and there's so many people talking about the Liver King, and now it's like all they're hearing about their 9 ancestral tenets. It's his master plan.
Let's see how it's doing. Let's see how his Instagram account is doing.
His most recent post has like 6,000 comments on it, last I checked, and that's 5,000 more than anything as of recent. So it's working.
1.7 million followers. So he hasn't lost any followers.
He hasn't gained any either. In that video, Derek, it says that he wants 1 million followers in a year, and he did it. He's not stupid.
I was thinking about I think I cracked the code on the releasing the sex tapes. Not like it takes any major power, but the largest amount of content downloaded anywhere on the internet is from porn sites, right? And yet those people aren't accepted into society. So you have the most viewed shit ever. But yet those people can't cross over. Like they'll never be in a movie with Mark Wahlberg. You can't be like sucking dick on Pornhub and then be on in Minority Report with Tom Cruise.
Wasn't he in, what was the movie where he was Marky Mark?
Right.
Isn't he literally sucking dick for money or something?
And so what you do is you release porn that you've done, but you say it was an accident. So that way you're not a pornographer. Like Kim Kardashian's not a pornographer, but you say it was an accident, and then you can still be mainstream. And so they straddle this line. It's a brilliant marketing move. So now tell that to Emily Ratajkowski. What happened to her? I know she had that video where she rode around on the bicycle with her tits out. That was a cool video.
She was in a Zac Efron movie. Really good.
Was she also in porn?
See, I don't know about that. I watch every movie ever and not very much porn.
Yeah.
She's good looking. She was in that Zac Efron movie. Only good looking people are in Zac Efron movies.
Oh, she's
Hugh Jackman, The Greatest Showman.
She's so
Don't
hot.
get me going.
Hugh Jackman's hot too.
He is. He's going to be in a movie with the other dude.
Oh shit. HillerFit.
Corey's the opposite.
HillerFit review show, Liver King, Hippensteel, and NoBull. Oh my. Whoa, that's a good title. Brands that are
Whoa. Is it? Oh, nice. It's a good thumbnail.
Yeah. Thank
Nice
you,
job.
Will. I think is that the first time Brooke Wells has been honored on this show?
Yeah, what's she doing in there? Oh, I did make a video on her recently, didn't I?
How guys, reach out to your homie when they're hurt. Why attack them?
Well, are they friends with him or what?
Even if they're not, like they're close enough to him to talk shit about him.
Samsung, yes, Bruce. And
Yo,
Elise, yes,
do I have
a crush
Sevan
on Zac Efron?
Do I have Sevan and 5K on my screen? Bro, your camera looks great. Thank you.
24 millimeter.
Bro, that's
1.8.
a girl used bro.
Kate's cool.
Guess so.
She's keeping me accountable on other YouTube channels. I was talking some shit over on Nate Edwardson's channel.
Oh.
He had a 7-minute video just kind of shooting the shit, telling people who didn't ask why he was doing what he's doing, who seemed like they do care. But then he also had to drop in there at least twice, if not 3 or 4 times. I could make a video every day, but the quality of my videos would just get worse. And he's
Oh, you think that's a dig at you?
Fucking, of course it's a dig at me. Like, nobody asked, dude. No one wants to know why you're doing it. Just keep on doing it. If you don't want to, take the time and energy to make a video a day, just say that too. Don't try to say it's because it's making your videos worse. Also, then saying it's my videos are shit, because I think every one of my videos beats the shit out of any single one of his videos.
Well, I think that what's very clear about what's happening with you is that each one of your videos is getting better. You're getting reps in. You're getting a bigger and bigger library of movies. You're putting them in better. Your cuts are better. Like, everything's better. All your shit's better. Your audio is better. Every time it gets better.
I try. It was the $12 Amazon clip-on mic that did the audio.
This made your videos $12 better.
$12 better. $12 at a time.
HillerFit on your YouTube station.
I was actually really proud of my NoBull thumbnail, the best shoe in fitness thumbnail.
Accidentally,
it was just kind of different. It's just a grilled shoe.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hey, did that jack up your barbecue? No,
it's fine. Oh, Alexis did throw out the pot that I boiled that shoe in, though. It was she just made an Instagram story about that, about how I made the whole video throughout the day. I kind of like did it at different points of the day in between people I was working with, and I just plugged the video together later. And then she came home at night, and I was cooking dinner, and she's like, "Are you boiling potatoes in the same pot that you boiled that shoe in?" I'm like, "Yeah, I cleaned it." And she's like,
"Shit."
It didn't go over. So we didn't end up eating those potatoes. And then she threw the pot away. Well, you can't throw the grill away. I can fix it. I can clean it.
What do? You just leave it on for like 30 or 40 minutes, get it hot as shit?
The grill?
Yeah, just to clean off to burn off all the shoe stuff.
I mean, I got a pressure washer, and then I'll just burn the shit out of the rest of it, and maybe take some acid to it.
That video, can I play? I'm gonna play the beginning of it. It's hilarious.
Jessica Valenzuela. I thought she was gonna kill me. Yes.
Sylvester Stallone was both in porn and movies. Italian Stallion.
Is that where that came from?
I don't know. This is kind of crazy right here. So this was released yesterday.
You would like the Archer cuts. What? Oh yes.
I like the Archer cuts.
What are we playing? You like Archer?
Yeah. No, I mean, I haven't watched any of them. Like maybe I've watched one like a few years ago.
It's dry. I love that movie or that TV show. It's so funny.
Okay, we'll watch the first few seconds of this. This is so good.
I am NoBull. Their shoes suck.
NoBull contracts are no joke.
Their shoes are though.
Suck. Shoot.
You just like it because you were in it. That's why you like it.
Probably. I like it because Danielle Brandon and Rich Froning are in it. Some guy in the comments. Did you see this? Some guy in the comments. Look at this.
Doesn't know who didn't like Rich Froning. Is that the one?
Yeah, David L. Silva. I'm not a Froning fan, but I agree 100% with his assessment. How the fuck does that have 20 thumbs ups? Tried NoBulls twice, and the only thing worse than their shoes is their customer service. Earbud writes, it must be a Boston thing. Andrew Hiller writes, I didn't know Froning had non-fans. Me neither. Cool to see you can agree on things, though. The customer service is garbage. It almost took 6 weeks to do an exchange for a different size. Nick Peters, I complained about 2 separate pairs of running shoes, and they started falling apart a few months after I got them, and both times they gave me the same amount in store credit and let me keep the shoes.
Kate. Customer
service is great. What? Oh, I responded to that. It's not in there. How the fuck is that you had to return 2 pairs of shoes and that's a compliment?
Is that all under the Froning one?
Yeah.
I see stuff from you on there. That's
But I replied to Nick Peters.
Days.
Yeah, okay. Nick Peters.
I had a girlfriend that kept. Yeah.
I had a girlfriend that kept bringing home venereal diseases, but always paid for the medical visits. I mean, that's basically what he's saying. That's my metaphor. You had to return 2 pairs of shoes, and they're a great company because they returned. What? I said not being a fan of Rich Froning is like not being a fan of Sunny Days. It sounds like a fundamental issue with your operating system. Leo Aguilar ruined your grill, pot, blender, and saw. And for what? Not to mention what was spent on those crap shoes. What was the point?
Oh, shit. This guy's talking mad poopy. I got to fight him. Should I do it right now? What should I say to him?
Leo?
Yeah, Leo. Thank you for watching.
Ruined your grill. That's a great word, grill.
I should grill him.
Oh,
I did not ruin my grill. It's fine. He's an idiot.
How did you decide to pin that comment?
Because I didn't believe that somebody didn't like Rich Froning. I couldn't believe it. It was like a unicorn in my comment section.
Trent Callender, Froning is God in CrossFit.
That is usually what you hear. So I pinned it. There's no rhyme or reason, dude. I'm like, oh, there's something to this one. I'm gonna pin it.
Someone sent me a DM today, since I'm just jerking myself off that so far 27 minutes into the show. And it said, what makes you so amazing is that you're still able to extract amazing content from Rich Froning when he's already been interviewed 1,000 times. I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's true. Well, because no one else fucking asks of anything worth listening to. That's the case for just about every podcast anywhere, which is also what you tend to get in trouble for.
Froning is Jesus. Yeah, we spoke with a couple sponsors today that really like the show, but they're a little. They want to.
Oh, did you?
We're trying to be creative.
Sponsors. What kind? Like, what are they doing? What are they looking to sponsor? Just give you money?
Yeah, hopefully. Who cares? As long as they're
really quick.
Yeah.
How much trouble do we want to get in? Do you want to get in any trouble?
Can you give me a hint? Can I get a little bit more?
Can we just go peruse an Instagram profile?
Yeah, whose is it?
The 7-time champ, 6-time champ.
Oh, Tia?
Yes.
Sure.
You want to humor me on this one?
Sure.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I mean,
why
stop? Why stop
this...
now? Why stop now?
I wonder if all this steroid talk is freaking people out, athletes out.
Just the ones using them.
What do you want me to click here?
Just pull up her profile and then we'll go from there.
Oh, great. It's like going on a blind date.
Good point, Bill Francis. Yes. I'm just kind of an idiot. Go to the top.
God, her sister is nice. Up to, okay.
All right. So what we see is proven, NoBull, rogue, goalie, first form, monster, LMNT. Those little story highlights. Yeti, Bora, Ramwad, and then some other stuff. Can you pull up like just the pictures? Like go to the first one with her face on it. Left, it's a video. Top left. Yeah, click on that. What we got? And then just kind of click.
Sweat. Are you coming to my dream?
Okay. So the other day I did this, and all you see is pliability, drink LMNT, and then what this is Goalie, another one of our sponsors. And there's an arrow there that you can click on just to filter through them quicker.
Oh, thank you.
All right. That's a hair. So she probably got her hair done for free for going there and posting it to the internet.
God, look at that's a cool shot.
That is cool. I wonder how they got that one. First form. Proven.
Hey, I want to say something here. All these people, all these dudes that look like they're doing steroids have fucking pretty crazy forearms. I don't see those crazy forearms on Tia. Just
You're
saying.
right.
I don't see the meat hooks on her. Okay. Anyway, just saying.
I want to make sure that I've reached my full potential.
Okay. No products there.
I don't know. Let's hold on. Be patient.
When I die,
NoBull?
I want to make sure that I've reached my full potential.
That's a cool video. I like that video.
God, it's such a cool video.
Pliability. On the next one with sound on it, click on the bottom right. There's a little sound thing so we can kill the music.
Sisters, cool family.
Down under, and I speculated that they were just helping pump up the Down Under championship. I made a video on that.
Which is cool, right?
It's cool, yeah. But I also think that what I was getting at here.
I mean, you went to Zello's games to help pump up Zello's games. I mean, you were the biggest thing there.
I also judged.
I understand. She signed autographs and hugged people, hugged babies.
She did. NoBull.
Who shot that? Who shot that? Is that Wiki?
Go to the bottom left and click on the person icon. No.
God, that's the first time I've ever clicked on an icon down here. I don't do any. That's so I never even would have seen that.
I got you, dude. I know you're fitty.
Oh, strong coffee. I'm ready.
Proven.
I'm ready for a refill. Will, hook me up. Thank you.
So yeah, I would just notice that like every single post that she was putting up, which I guess it's not all that bad, was just sponsor.
Is this the dick of the kangaroo? How is the dick behind the balls?
Because it's probably not the dick.
Is the dick behind the balls on a kangaroo? That is fucking weird.
And yeah, everyone's saying that was Wiki who shot that.
Kangaroo.
And Top Guns is right. I'm a hater because I didn't make the games. Very, very upset.
Kangaroo genitalia. Eastern gray kangaroos, like many of their fellow marsupial pouches, have a penis that is located below and behind the fucking scrotum.
Jessica Valenzuela. That's what you're focusing. So it was the dick.
And fuck anyone who says I have ADHD. Like, eat a fucking dick. Just because I'm 10,000 times more observant than you doesn't mean I have ADHD.
Why is the dick below the balls on the kangaroo?
I can't believe it. They were in a great session of tearing Tia Toomey apart, and he shifted to the genitalia of kangaroos.
I said that about you somewhere at some point. It's like walking around with you in the street. It's just your attention is drawn to everything and anything.
Let me ask you a question, Jeffrey. And I want you to fucking be honest. Do you think anybody who's going to watch this show, the 10,000 people that will watch this show and the 10,000 will watch it on Spotify, knew that the penis of a kangaroo is behind the scrotum? No fucking way. Even my mom, who hates this shit, is probably like, "Oh, that's fascinating."
Kangaroo. Where's the penis of the kangaroo? I Googled it. I did it.
God, that is amazing.
Yeah, I think it's safe. If you want to Google that, I think it's safe.
Here,
I'll send it to you in the private chat if you want to just pull it up quick.
Kangaroo genitals are weirder than you ever thought, kind of like this show. Animal lovers, listen up. Critters are cute and everything, but you should know that nature is fucking weird and nothing fucks weirder than a kangaroo. Science blogger to the stars, Ed Young, watched a documentary about roo junk, so you don't have to. And here's what you need to know. Kangaroo testicles are above the penis and highly mobile. Kangaroos have 3 vaginas. The outside 2 are for sperm, and lead to the uterus. The middle one is for giving birth. The urinary tract goes through the middle of the 3 vaginas, which may be why joeys are so small, 40,000 times smaller than an adult kangaroo. There's no room for a bigger birth canal than the urinary tract. They're pissed out. To go with the 2 sperm vaginas, male kangaroos often have 2-pronged penises. Often. Because they have 2 uteruses plus you hammer both holes at the same time if you're a kangaroo.
That must be nice.
Also possibly important to marsupial sex lives, kangaroos can unhinge their lower jaw.
Really
How
nice.
is that important to kangaroo sex? Do they blow each other?
It sounds like it, but didn't you say something about prongs? Oh no, it's prong, not spite. What's the animal that does that? Sounds terrifying. Like
Oh, dog!
latches
That
on.
shit happens to dogs where they get stuck together.
Oh.
I don't believe it. It's fucking on grist.com. Climate justice. What's funny is it's on a climate justice solutions. It's on this crazy woke website. So it probably isn't true. Yeah, never mind. It's probably none of that's true.
You'll like this.
Tell me.
But it also detracts from kangaroo dick talk.
That's fine. I think we exhausted it.
CrossFit put up a video that is the Strict Muscle Up Foundation. That's your jam. They put up 4 hours ago on their YouTube channel. Actually, I didn't even know CrossFit still had a YouTube channel. I thought it was just a games channel.
You know what's funny is
I swear to God, I thought it was just CrossFit games.
There's a podcast on there that Chase Ingram does. Chase Ingram does a CrossFit podcast, CrossFit Games podcast. I dare anyone to try to find it.
I saw it today.
You did?
But you had mentioned that it was out there somewhere, so I was looking for it.
How did you find it? Did you go to their YouTube channel?
No, it popped up on my homepage.
Yeah. Okay. Let's play a game here. CrossFit Games. We'll go to their YouTube channel. It's so sad that their pictures even says the word. You think NoBull circling the bull, Hiller?
Circling the bull to find what?
I'll give you the exact. I'm going to give you the exact definition. Hang on. Circling the bull.
All right, I found it, by the way.
On its way out, in trouble, doomed, finished.
You're asking if I think NoBull is on the way out?
Yeah, like, do you think they're circling the bull? Do you think they're hemorrhaging cash?
You could say they're going to follow the Whoop way and say that because they're in bigger and better sports, why are they wasting their time on CrossFit? Because that's apparently why Whoop left. And I mean, all that happens is CrossFitters trash the brand. Kind of like Whoop. Everyone was getting over Whoop, except for the people who are getting paid by Whoop to say Whoop's awesome, which it isn't.
Is Fitbit gone?
No. People who don't know what they're talking about will wear them.
I thought it was
that they got like however many steps in one day, which is worth knowing, I suppose.
I thought it went out of business.
No, not Fitbit.
Did Nike have one of those watches? A Nike watch? Wasn't it the Nike Fitbit?
No, Nike kind of had a bunch of straps that went onto the Apple Watch. I sent you that podcast if you were curious too.
Oh, okay. Which podcast?
The one from the CrossFit podcast.
Oh, did you text it to me?
It's in the private chat.
Oh, good. Even better.
Yeah, I'm trying to make your life easy. You're fitting.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's not doing as poorly as I would have assumed it was.
Okay, so here it is. Why is CrossFit Open so special with CEO? Oh, okay. 529 views. It's been up for 17 hours. Get the CEO of CrossFit a mic, yo. Fair enough. Okay, now watch. I'm gonna go to this. Look at, they don't even have a picture. That's how this is a fucking someone like nobody gives a fuck about this. Hey, that's like YouTube 101. That's like when you sign up for a YouTube channel, they're like, make sure you have a picture, a profile pic. Right?
Oh
that's
my
like,
God, they don't have a fucking picture.
Like no one gives a fuck about this. I'm gonna subscribe to this and okay.
I subscribe to.
Now watch this. You go here
God.
And it's
Yeah, let's
CrossFit
see. I was just
Podcast.
doing this.
Now watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go to CrossFit Games. It is it's just the CrossFit Podcast. Okay.
Yeah, type in CrossFit Podcast.
You just type in CrossFit. Well, I bet you if I type in CrossFit Podcast, it'll be all my old ones. You want to bet?
Do it. Yes, I bet it will
CrossFit
be. That'll be
Podcast.
good.
There it is.
Well, the first one's got Graciano. He was on there a couple episodes ago.
1, 2, 3, 4,
good.
5.
Oh, and then there's a couple from them. A couple.
Yeah, then they get in there. Pat and Rory. This is where me and Rory's relationship took a fucking dismal turn after this podcast. Want to hear that? Because
please.
on this podcast, I FaceTimed him while he was sitting across from me, and we said his phone number out loud, and the show wasn't live, and we didn't edit it out. And I said, and he basically fucked me up. He checkmated me. I was like, hey, dude, it's no big deal. He goes, yeah, it is a big deal. I don't want my fucking phone number out there. And I'm like, okay, I get it. And he's like, and you did that shit on purpose. I'm like, no, I didn't. And we got into it. Then he goes, if that was Dave or Greg's phone number, would you let it get out? I'm like, no, never. Fuck me up.
Checkmate. That's what you meant. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I was like, all right, you win. Okay.
Did you get a new phone? What happened?
I can't remember. Okay. So look, this one with Ricky Garrard is at CrossFit Games. Oh, so maybe they've peeled off. Well, I don't see the CrossFit Podcast as a station. So let's go to CrossFit. Where would I go? Videos?
It's a different channel, dude. It's CrossFit, CrossFit Games, and CrossFit Podcast. They're 3 separate stations, channels.
So you have to go.
It's not even in there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You can't, like, someone hates, like, someone hates Chase.
Chase is the one who mans these?
He's the one who does all the interviews. I mean, if I hated Chase and I was being passive aggressive, this is exactly how I would treat him.
This is what you would have him do with his time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking crazy. What, man. I gotta have Don. I gotta have Don on again and just be like, hey, dude, these are the 5 things you need to do to turn your fucking company around.
There's this show on Hulu right now called Handmaid's Tale. And this is what they do with the handmaids that they don't like. They have them go work in like this random area that no one gives a shit about as a punishment.
I watched about 15 minutes of that.
Sleep.
I watched about 15 minutes of that show and I fucking started hyperventilating.
Why?
Because I can't live in a world. Oh, I just can't live in a world like that. I just can't even imagine that shit.
What do you remember about it? Because it was pretty decent. And it is still pretty good.
It's basically like there's just certain girls who can have sex and they're moved from house to house just getting railed to have babies. Is that what it is?
There's like an infertility issue, and there's a couple of them who are still fertile, and yeah,
they're
moving from house to house.
Just taking, I just didn't like it. It was fucking, it haunted me.
Season 2, they go through this entire mask thing too to keep them from talking. It's pretty nuts. Yeah, and that was like, I think it was a year or 2 before the pandemic happened.
Okay, this is called the HillerFit review show for a reason.
Yeah, we've gotten into it.
HillerFit.
The last Training Think Tank podcast. What was it?
So you did this episode on Dave Lipson.
Yes.
He was on my podcast.
Was he? When?
It was a little weird. He was driving and Camille was in the car, and it seemed like they may have been fighting or something. Something was weird. There was something weird in the air. I don't know what it was. So you made this. So this is what Hippensteel should have done. I really like Dave's response here. This is what Hippensteel should have done, and this is what Liver King should do if he's going to do anything. He leans into it. Am I understanding this video correctly? You're basically saying, hey, dude, there's 2 things. 1, you started doing supplements before, performance enhancing drugs of some sort before you said you did. And 2, you're not being honest about what you're taking.
No, I'm not saying he started taking them before he did. I guess the best way I could summarize this in about 3 sentences is I assumed or could tell through a series of photos that what he was saying was true. He started in about 2015. And then also through a handful of other posts that I could find throughout every single Instagram post and comment section, I was able to pull that he was telling some people that he had only been on the HRT since that point in time, the age of 35 through the age of 40. And then he had said in other comment sections that he had used compounds in preparation for a couple of bodybuilding shows.
And compounds is a little ambiguous, and you're like, yeah, you use something. Like, we can tell you use something.
Yes. I think you were on TRT maybe 2015 to 2017 or 18, and so then you use something big.
So I know I've hung out with Dave, let's say, a dozen times. I can honestly say he's one of the fucking he's really fun to hang out with. He's really happy. He is how he is in his videos. He's very quirky
and he seems like a cool dude. He does.
Yeah, he's super quirky. But doesn't that so there's no, what's your issue with that he just didn't say exactly what the compounds are? Or do you?
The issue was, and I went through it like 1-to-1 in person with people at my affiliate, was people were doing the program, insisting that they could get the results that he had gotten doing his program because he looked that way and because he never said that it was aided at that point in time, which is different than this point in time. Now he's saying that he has used stuff since this period, but for that like 2015 through 2018 period, nobody knew, to my knowledge. And it hasn't been. Do
you think something's happening in the steroid scene? Like, first Joe Rogan says he's on stuff, and just people are just like, I don't know if he was the first, but he's obviously the most high profile person who says he's on testosterone replacement therapy. The plates and dates guy clearly is on something, right? He doesn't even look human.
His shoulders. He used to use a bunch of crap back in the day, and now he's just doing. I know exactly what he's doing, but because he's been very transparent with it.
And then that Craig LeDouche guy, George LeDouche, Douche,
Greg Doucette.
Yeah, Greg Doucette. He's open too, right? I mean, he doesn't look human either.
Yeah, he's open with it too.
He looks like he goes between doing
he
steroids
also,
and, like,
by the way,
cosmetic surgery.
He's on TRT as well, but he looks the way he looks not because he did TRT to get there, but because he was on freaky amount of crap to get to the point in which he's at now. It's like a roller coaster ride, right? So TRT gets you here, and then you take some stuff, it gets you up here. When you can come down, but you don't come down as far as you did because you're still getting some assistance to keep yourself at a higher high.
And his skin and his face doesn't even look normal. Like he's had plastic surgery or one of those lasers run over his face and something happened to his skin.
Alexis points that stuff out. She goes, he has no wrinkles in his forehead. He's got Botox. I'm like, oh, you're right. He does.
Something. By the way, for anyone who's interested, shameless plug here, that's why I think if you're interested in doing this, taking this journey on testosterone replacement therapy, whether it be for physical or mental. By the way, the mental is like the unspoken true benefit of it from everything that I've been told by everyone.
Hey, Andrew, you want to do a podcast? Oh yeah, I'm good anytime. What do you want?
Yeah, 10 minutes before this is on, I'm like, Andrew, my power's on. Let's go. He's like, okay. The cool thing about if you go sign up with California Hormones is you already have Andrew, you have Gary Roberts. We have 2 more people. One of them is a woman who you guys all know who listen to this show, who's going to start.
That's cool. Is this the first time you're saying that here?
No, but I've never given out her name. I just figured I'll wait till she comes on the show. And you're going to have like 5 or 6 people always to talk to. So no matter what I can say, you can call them and be like, is that true what Sevan said? And he'll be like, no, it actually takes 8 weeks instead of 4 weeks. No, it's actually better than what Sevan says. The needles come in a box. It's even better. Or we have a built-in quality control that between Andrew Hiller and I, we'll be able to talk all the shit and all the praise we want about California Hormones.
And the worst thing about your typical doctor is I have a guy who I was trying to flip over to California Hormones, and he was trying to get it through like his doctor that he's known his entire life and his family. And he goes, oh no, just start taking Clomid instead. which is what that Masters athlete got popped for recently, because it does help you.
Is that the lotion?
Pump up Clomid?
Yeah.
No, Clomid's a fertility drug, but it also it will increase your testosterone to some extent. Some people use it as a post-cycle therapy, which is just something you do if you're trying to get yourself back to normal after having used a bunch of any sort of drug, testosterone, or anything that's going to, ruin your hormone balance. Most of them do. Anything anabolics that ruin your hormones.
Dave Lipson writes, after seeing this video that Andrew made about him, thank you for the video. It's an honor to be the subject of a meaningful discussion. Unfortunately, I've been shadow banned too many times to post in detail about the subject of anabolics on Instagram. You think that's true?
Yes. I do think that's true. Well, I mean, you would know better than me, right?
I don't. I just talk about forcing kids to take.
Are you asking if I think it's true, and maybe that's why there isn't information on Instagram about it?
On his particular Instagram. Do you think he's avoided it because you think that's accurate? I mean, I believe him, but I haven't heard. I didn't know.
Instagram. I would have to lean away from no, because I don't think. Like I said, people I worked with who followed this guy religiously swore on their freaking mother's grave that he wasn't using stuff, and I'm like, all right.
However, let's do a podcast, and I'm happy to tell all. Do you do podcasts?
Yeah, we're doing one right now.
I know, but he wants to do one with you.
I've done 3 or 4 or 5.
Okay.
There's live ones like this where I just kind of have them on.
One of my pet peeves is the idea that people should evaluate a program that I write based on my personal results and choices. Okay. So now we're kind of in the Liver King territory. Like, okay, he did steroids. Let's not like just throw him out with the bathwater because he lied about that. Okay, I'm with you. Much better measure. It's a look at the experience of our athletes, meaning not just me, and our breadth and depth of impact. Oh, by the way, if you're really interested in breadth of depth of impact, look at CrossFit. It's nuts. Obviously, I love the training and the methodology, and I often use myself as an example of how to do it, but never take the word of the salesman as truth. The athletes in the result.
It's actually really well constructed when you break it up the way you do.
But he kind of avoided the question. He's avoiding like the topic. He's he shifted away from it, right?
So him and I will have a podcast, and the first thing will be, okay, so when did you start using Trend? And I'll go, wait, we're not going to have any formalities. No, I want to know when you started using Trend. I didn't. Okay. But when did you start?
Because that's how convinced you are.
Very convinced. And I guess I would just be hoping to hear him say that, yeah. He says it. He said it, that he has in preparation for certain competitions used something. I'd be like, all right, when was the competition? Why didn't you post on your Instagram? Well, and the thing that actually, none of this just happens by chance. It's not like I'm going to go attack Dave Lipson, right? Right. I had somebody in my garage the other day whose family member, I believe, was following the program, and they were having a conversation on Thanksgiving about how they'd been following this program. It's like for a bit now, and only recently did they find out that the person who writes the program is using whatever they're using, that being Lipson using hormones.
What does this show you any trend stuff?
The shoulders are a pretty big giveaway there. He's very lean. He's dieting down. But the thing
what are all those bumps under his skin? Why does his skin look like that?
It's just really thin. People would say it's growth hormone, but he's just the skin. The skin is, he's incredibly lean. That's probably like,
so he's hungry right there.
Under 8% body fat.
He says 5.9.
Actually, I was talking to him. 5.9. Maybe. I don't know where he got that number, but he's definitely under 8. Remember
so when you start seeing the shoulders,
Hopper said he was 6% body fat at one point, and that's what he's comparing himself to, by the way.
So when you see the shoulders start separating from the traps like that, you think that's some sort of anabolic use?
How many people do you know that look like that?
I don't want to talk about that.
All right. Well, we won't do that. So,
I know some. I've seen some.
It's never like a dead giveaway, but it's just something that happens. It's go look at pictures of him, and he's got him right there. Like if you go up a couple of rows, there's a picture of him standing there with Hinshaw and Camille, and he's 31, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen as you age.
But he's admitting that he does HRT, and you're saying that's not enough to get that. We're not.
I am never turning into that. I don't care like what I put into it. That's not good. Well, he's also up 30 pounds and he's down 15 pounds of body fat. So go up a little bit. The guy on the left next to is that one in the middle, and there's one on the left. Yeah, that one. That I would have to say is probably HRT Libsyn. That is not. And you can see the difference between the two pictures, right?
Yeah. But maybe it's just that but okay, so this one, he's not as lean because his skin's not doing that shit, but these shoulders are just absolutely nuts, and the tricep.
And everybody's got things that are going to respond differently. So, for example, since I've started, my lats are just exploding. And I actually noticed the same thing on the Liver King. And I've said I feel more rectangular, and it's because I feel like I'm getting more muscle in my midsection. You look at the Liver King, and he's got a really wide midsection.
Yeah.
And his back. But Liver King does not have those shoulders. He doesn't have the taper look. And it's just everyone responds differently. Men respond differently than women in each like sex. If there you go, like that. I was going to say gender.
Thank you.
Each sex have things within them that will be like, oh, these receptors are more potent in this individual than that individual.
So basically,
Thanks,
someone
Bruce.
told you, "Hey, can you sniff out Dave Libsyn for me?" And you're like, "Yeah, that'd be cool."
No, I didn't need to sniff him out. I just had already been, kind of breadcrumbs since 2017.
How many people do you have
One of us.
a notebook or a file on people that you might do
screenshots
episodes on, or like, yeah, do you have, or you're like, okay, I could possibly, like, after you did the Tia Toomey, Natty or not, do you have like 10 other people that you in the space that you're like, that, like, if I was like, hey, do a Natty or not tomorrow, could you well, not tomorrow, in 2 days you could?
Yes and yes, tomorrow and the next day. I could probably make them for a month.
Wow. You've done that.
Yeah, the thing is, they take a little while because it's not just what I've got, but I go and I grab more stuff from wherever I can grab it from.
Yeah.
Like people see the way that I go about doing it.
This
actually,
one,
think Brooke Wells is natural. Bruce Wayne.
You do?
I'll just straight up say that one. Yeah, I think she's natural. I think Brian is using a little something. He's a little taller than most.
I can't even consistently.
That beard grows a little bit too quick.
I can't even consistently do creatine. Sevan, are you going to get the Liver King back on? I sent him a love note telling him keep his head up, love him. We're mate. You're strong. You'll get through this.
Bruce and Kenneth, what are you trying to do to me?
I'm going to snatch 100 pounds without getting juiced up. You're going to see. Just
how's that going, by the way? How far along are you?
I did 30 reps with the 70 for the first time last week, and something happened in here.
Oh, mother! Is it your bicep or is it your forearm?
No, it's right in between the bicep and the forearm.
It's your freaking elbow. But what was it?
No, not my elbow.
Your forearm.
I think something just stretched out here, but it feels good right now. But it hurts when I pick my kids up. It didn't break or anything. Look at this, unsporty Beth.
Unsporty Beth. Come on.
Hey.
Oh, your people are fucking wild, dude.
Someone had to go out of their way to make, like, that takes some effort, right?
It's like, yes. I mean, it's not an insane amount of effort, but it's not easy. I wouldn't do it. It would just be annoying. It's like, oh, I got to go sign into my other YouTube channel. Unless it's their only one, and then it's cool. I just like it. Do it on me.
Jeff, so did Jeff ever respond to the kangaroo penis?
Huh.
Gary's intense, maybe not the best.
Dude, I sent you a whole bunch of pictures to pull up on the kangaroo. I think it's pretty safe too. It's okay. You can just pull them up. Private chat, first link.
Okay.
Just Google searches.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with them.
I'm on it. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. There's a great. Okay, we'll go back to the kangaroo.
They're safe, right?
Yeah. This is totally safe. So here it is. That's it.
That's what we saw, and that's nuts.
There's no way anyone knew that. There's no way.
Dude, I would not like my balls hanging on my dick like that. Right?
I mean, it's just so bizarre. And so the anus is back. He shits out of, must be from under his tail. I'm guessing that's the same.
Careful with the scrolling, by the way. You don't know what you're going to scroll your way into. You know you're safe at this point. I told you it was safe to pull up, but I don't know how much of it is. All of your tabs are showing, by the way.
It's fine. Thank you, though.
All right.
All right. Fine. Okay. Where were we? And HillerFit. We're doing a HillerFit show. Yeah. Okay,
oh yeah, we've talked about it a couple. We talked about the Lipson one. I always kind of forget what I do videos on, and then I always wonder what we're going to talk about. It comes back to me immediately when we start talking about it. But
I liked your thing on the Liver King.
So I made that one right away. The one I did have ready for tomorrow is more about how I actually felt about the whole thing. But I watched the Derek one. It's an hour, and it's awesome. Mine was 5 minutes made right away because I knew it would gain some traction, and I knew people wouldn't watch the full hour. So I was like, hey, this is what it's about. Here you go. And
you're not a dickhead.
You think Derek was a dickhead?
No, actually, I don't think he's a dickhead. The only not at all. 69mega.com. Tired of being alone? Well, we'll help you. Anyone who doesn't like the show, you're
you ever pull up one of those websites?
No, fuck no. I'm afraid.
I'll do it.
Put user in timeout. Oh, block user.
Wait, I need that website.
An error occurred. Try refreshing the page. Fuck you. I ain't refreshing the page.
I did it.
Oh.
This site contains private photos of beautiful women. Warning, you will see private photos. Please be discreet. All right, I'm not going any further than that.
So you made this, and you were nice, and he was nice. Like I said, the only part I didn't like about Derek's is like calling him a charlatan. I just don't think that's accurate. I never took those pills. I never took that stuff thinking I was going to look like him. And
some people did. I know some people personally who thought that it would. And it's for those sorts of people where it's like, but is it still good for them? It's like, yeah, it's still good for them. And the Liver King takes them and that was what I tried to, or I will point out in the video tomorrow, is that in the emails he has before any of the Liver King things start, he's taking the pills. And he's just some 40-something-year-old dude who's like, I want to be shredded. I want to get rid of my back fat. Why doesn't my growth hormone work? What the fuck is going on?
Why don't you think his growth hormone was working?
He was probably mixing it wrong, if I had to guess.
Oh.
So when you have it's very fragile.
Liver King is how I started doing carnivore. I didn't get abs until I switched to a carnivore diet. Have you ever been to this guy's Instagram page, Hiller?
I have not. No, why?
He's a monster. He's fucking huge. And I think he lost like 100 pounds or something. I checked out his page the other day.
And now he's got abs. That's cool. That's sweet.
Yeah. He's definitely put in the work. Do you think Hippensteel's done? Do you think he could he do something that could still cause you to make more videos on him? What do we need? What needs to happen?
God, I hope so.
That video was so sad. I watched about half of the video he did with Lauren Khalil, and my heart was just broken for him. I was just like,
what for what reason?
Because he's lost and he's confused, and this whole experience, I read into it. I'm completely admitting that I read into it, but basically this experience that he had, not so much your video, but the response the community had to your video made him feel like he was betrayed, and kind of took the
betrayed the love. Betrayed by the community?
Yeah, I mean, these are my words. This is just what I got from the feelings I got from him. If I was to surmise, he feels like he was betrayed by the community because so many people were like, "Yep, Andrew nailed it. That like you fucked up," and he was just hoping for some unwavering loyalty, regardless of what he did. And that's why I feel like he's lost. Like he didn't do what Dave Lipson did. He should have been like, "Hey, Hiller, let's come on your show and laugh about my video," and instead he got like super defensive.
Everything I said, I made 3 videos on that, right? It was actually one super video, and I just
you made 3. You made 3 this time. You've made 3 before too, right? This is like,
I've probably made like 7 on the guy at this point.
he deserves his own playlist.
He does. That's a good idea. The Hippensteel saga. It's like the Lord of the Rings trilogy or any of that. It's like the Harry Potter box set. Here it is, Dave Hippensteel.
Right.
But he's 66, man, and I don't really like doing this for some things, and I do for others, which I know makes it kind of hypocritical. But in other sports, every other sport, injuries take people out all the time, and if the injuries are what's keeping you from doing things, you don't use it as an excuse. Just because you're Dave Hippensteel in this category, you retire. Or you take some time off and you fix it, like people do every year with Tommy John in baseball. It's like, oh, this is broken. Get the surgery that you're refusing to get. It's something that I have against people in general is when they try to avoid surgery. Everyone's got their reasons, and some people think it's smart, and sometimes it might be smart. So that's why I said they can make their own minds up. But in like the first 15 minutes of the interview, oh, I didn't need shoulder surgery. I'm just going to go about it my way. But then he still says that he can't fucking put his arms over his head. I'm like, get the shoulder surgery, man.
Let me give a summation of the David Hippensteel saga, and then you tell me if this is close. Hardcore CrossFitter, been around a long time, super dedicated, super fit, and started building a bit of a legacy. Not a bit, was building a legacy and a bit of a dynasty within the Masters ranks. And I don't know how many he won, but how many games has he won?
2 or 3. Okay,
so he's a badass. And basically what ends up happening is he submits a video last year, and it is the vast majority of the reps are no good. Not like, hey, did he squat below parallel? Just a complete fucking disaster. Andrew made a video about it, telling CrossFit, not David Hippensteel. It wasn't, as I recall, it wasn't attacking David Hippensteel. It was like, hey, CrossFit, what the fuck are you doing? Are you going to let this guy go to the fucking games? This video is not valid. This is a fucking complete joke. David Hippensteel obviously gets his feelings hurt, and all of a sudden he pulls out of the going to the games. It dies down. It goes away. Oh no! Then Andrew has a run-in with him at the games. There was kind of like
it dies down, and then he runs into him at the games.
They run into each other at the games. It's a bit of he should have as the 66-year-old man, in my opinion, he should have walked up, given Hiller a hug, slapped him on the ass, and been like, just like embraced Hiller, like, all right, like it is what it is. But he doesn't, and he sort of demands some other kind of. He thinks he deserves some respect that maybe he doesn't really deserve. It would be my honest opinion. And so then it gets a little weird, little Keystone Cops, Abbott and Costello between Hiller and Hippensteel. You can tell that Hippensteel, though, has his feelings hurt. And then it dies down. And then this
After
video
he grabs my stick.
What?
He grabs my stick. You forgot that.
Yeah, he grabbed. Yeah.
He gets aggressive. Yeah, all right. Keep going.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of. It's
really. Very inappropriate what he does. But anyway, in David's defense, there was a misunderstanding. Hiller said he wasn't filming, which he wasn't filming, and then David did something.
Recording. There was no sound on, is what I told him.
Yeah,
I'm like, this is muted. Hey, what's up, Dave? Andrew Hiller, because I know who you are. I'm like, just so you know, this is muted, but I'm live on the Sevan Podcast.
And then when David started acting up, then Andrew said, "Hey, I'm unmuting this if you're going to act like this," and he unmutes it. So
he
then,
backed right the fuck off.
So then, flash forward to about a couple weeks ago or a week ago, and Lauren Khalil makes this video. And in the video, my understanding of the video was David basically says, and I'm cool with this, I knew the reps were all bad, and I was willing, and
I'm cool with this. Careful.
And I was willing to take the time deductions on those reps. But that would have been cool, I think. Like, yeah, fuck you. Game it any way you want. Hinshaw even says it. Like, even if he would have got a 0 on that workout, he still would have went to the games. But for some reason, he doesn't drop it there and then starts making up excuses.
That's the biggest excuse in the book, though. It's the excuse that we keep on using, which is, so if I tell you go do 100 air squats and all of them are 2 inches high,
yeah,
they give you a major penalty, which is, from what I recall, a 20% deduction on your score.
Yeah,
it's 80. Or let's say it takes you 2 minutes, and 20% of 2 minutes is something like
now
24 seconds.
Now it's 240.
So it's 224. 224, I believe, is your new time.
Oh, okay.
But because it doesn't compare because you didn't do a single fucking squat, but the only thing they're going to do is ding it for that percentage.
Right.
And you still beat everyone else who did them the right way at 230 in the first
place.
But
if that's the rule, I'm okay with him gaming it within that rule. At that point, it's not his problem. It's CrossFit's problem, right?
Yes. And
I mean, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's good, but Hippensteel could just be like, hey, that's the rules on CrossFit.
Maybe that might have been Make Watts Great Again who said that in a comment section somewhere. And I'm like, I agree with that. It's CrossFit Games' fault for like putting this dude in this position. If he thinks he's going to get away with it, it's like,
but then he starts whining.
It's like the parents who keep on like letting their kids do shit. The kids are going to keep on doing shit because the parents always let them get away with it.
Right. But then he starts whining and he buries himself. And he starts conflating issues on whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. And it just goes into his character, and the whole fucking thing turns bad for both Hinshaw and Hippensteel.
Hypothetical. If Hiller was on TRT before the Hippensteel incident, would he have gotten into a fight with him?
No, Hiller wasn't aggressive like that at all.
I don't think I'm any more aggressive. How did I ever tell you the Chipotle story?
No. Oh, maybe. Tell me again.
This is stuff that I've done somehow. I did this stuff more when I was a teenager, but I parked my car at Chipotle. This is the parking spots. So you pull the car in this way, right? You come on up, you pull in. The building's right here. So there's not much room in between the two. I go in, I pick up my food, I come on out, and there's a car parked between where you back up in the building, and I can't get out. I got to make like 8 different turns to get out of the parking spot because this car is there. And they park there because they're picking up food and they don't want to take the extra time to put your car in, right? So they're just going to run in, run out. So I get out after 8 different directions to turn, and I'm like, you know what? And I put the car in park. I go into the building, and I'm like, who drives the goddamn Nissan Murano? And everyone in the Chipotle is just looking at me. And I'm like, someone drives that car, and you can't park there. And some lady peeks her head around and goes, did you mean the Ultima? And I'm like, yeah, the Nissan Ultima. And she's like, that's mine. And I'm like, you can't park there. And she goes, okay, I won't park there anymore. And I'm like, everyone is stuck in the parking spots because you decided to take a shortcut. And she's like, okay, I get it. I won't park there anymore. And I'm like, all right, thanks. And then I left.
She was cool like that?
She was cool like that. And probably shitting herself. And everyone else is like, holy hell, this guy's losing his mind.
Philip Weir, I filled out the info for California Hormones, but never heard back. DM me, Philip, and I will make sure you get a call tomorrow. DM me tonight. I'll make sure you get a call tomorrow, and thank you. Anyone else? Anyone? Anyone? How often do you have those outrages, Andrew? And would you like to talk about them? And was your girlfriend with you at the time?
No, I don't do that in front of her. I don't like embarrassing her. Yeah. However, there was a time, same Chipotle. We're standing in line. They close at, 10 o'clock, and it was 8:30. And she wanted queso on her burrito or whatever she was getting. And we're in line, and we're going through the whole thing, and you get to the point of the queso. And she asks for it, and the lady says, oh, that's for online orders only. And I was like, we're standing right here. Like, can we just have some? She goes, no, it's for online orders only. And I go, all right. So I step back, and I go, I'm just going to order this stuff online. I'm just going to stand right here instead. And she goes, you can't do that. And I go, but you said it's for online orders only. Why not? And she goes, you can. And I'm like, then put it on there and I won't do it. The guy behind me goes, hey, if I Venmo you $3, will you put queso on there for 2 orders? And she's like, you guys can't do that. And I go, you got to chill out right now. I'm like, Alexis, we're leaving. Like, we're not eating here ever again.
God.
So that Chipotle just kind of drives me nuts, I think.
Isn't it weird when idiots are just stuck in process? Isn't it just weird?
Why is it okay for it to be online but not in person? I don't get it. Like, I'm right here. And also, if I'm going to order online, like you just said, it's like, maybe I was the idiot. I thought about that too. I'm like, am I wrong? Like, what the fuck? The guy behind me, like, really made it funny though. He goes, hey man, can you put some on there for me too? Because I want queso.
You weren't wrong. It's just, I see that shit too, where people are just stuck in their process.
Yeah, Corey, I hate being that guy, but sometimes I think it's funny. I've told that story a couple of times. Every time I think it's funny, and then everyone else just thinks I'm nuts.
No, it's good. It's a good story. Justin Medeiros and Brooke Wells are lying to you, but Justin's not lying to you.
Correct. And I made that in the next one. Innocent. See?
Yeah.
Guilty,
innocent. You did a video on a European guy. That was weird.
How'd you feel about that? Was it weird? I thought it was kind of weird, but I kind of liked it.
I liked it. I enjoyed it. It went fast. It moved quickly. I was just surprised. It was the first time like you had gone over the pond, I think.
Have there been any comments on that one that are like worth looking at? Like they know who that guy is, or
I don't go to the comments on the ones where I don't think anyone's talking about me or Rich Froning.
Someone says that it's not like The Bachelor. It's a reality show about rich people in London.
Renata Novantana. Are you the guy who is catching liars on internet now? Well, good for you. You have material forever because almost everyone lies or lied at some point in their life. Love you, Hiller, but you're better than this.
The one Kate Foster didn't like. Who said that?
That's what that's always a weird comment when people say you're better than this.
Law Hollander said that. Okay.
I don't really understand that comment. Like it's so pretend. Laugh out loud. Made in Chelsea isn't like The Bachelor. It's basically a show about rich people in London. It's not massively a dating show. Also, just to confirm, we don't all speak like that in the UK.
Yeah, he was like straight up deep British accent.
Just picked up some C4 after you talked about it the other day. Oh my God, you're such a bad influence.
I love C4.
Oh crap, a lot of negative comments.
I've got a lot of negative comments.
Mr. Hiller, what you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. At no point in your ramblings, Indigo. Andrew, please try something positive to talk about in the next few videos. The last couple have really sent.
Yes, I do listen to the feedback from my comment section, so I hope that they all enjoyed. What was next?
I didn't see it as
the Liver King.
I didn't see it as negative. That's weird.
Well, wait a minute. Some people probably didn't like the Justin Medeiros Brooke Wells liar video, and I get it.
Yeah, that kind of hurt because I love Justin so much.
Well, and yeah, I kind of fucked that one up because he was never sponsored by Whoop. And I made an assumption based upon him wearing a Whoop once in a picture, which was a long reach. I tried to do what I could to unfuck that.
Yeah, you
post to Instagram, pin in a comment, next video right away, first thing. I really don't have any other avenues of speaking to anybody. So,
note, it's been confirmed Justin has never been sponsored by Whoop. I think Whoop might be circling the bowl too.
What do you mean?
I just think that I don't think that those. I don't think any
Dude,
of
they're
those
gone. They're so gone. What do you mean?
Whoop?
Yeah, like where are they anywhere in CrossFit anymore?
No, but I mean, I don't think any of the wearables outside of the Apple Watch are going to make it. Where Whoop news? Let's see. Whoop review.
Also, the Josh Patterson one. I sat on that one for a while. I've had that one kind of just stewing, waiting for an opportunity to make it, and I'm like, oh, this will tie together with the Justin Medeiros apology. So that's where that one came from for anyone who cares.
Which one? Say that again. I got stuck on the Whoop.
The Josh Patterson one was just kind of sitting in the back of my head.
Oh, look at this. What this Whoop 4.0 review. Only cardio enthusiasts need apply. This. The Whoop 4.0 is unobtrusive, provides interesting fitness data after about a month of use, but it doesn't give enough guidance to justify the expensive subscription plan.
That's what people are saying, that it's expensive. But it's
what about the fact
free.
that it just doesn't work?
Yeah, well, dude, people don't know. People don't know. Like it's for reasons like that. When I first started making YouTube videos, the idea was to get as many people to listen as possible, to say stuff like that. Here are the things that need to be said. And certain people like do it to an extent. Like Derek has 1.5 million YouTube subscribers. He makes a video on the Liver King and everyone knows about it right away, right? I always think it's so cool. But he's not going to make a video on the Whoop. I will. So that
why won't he? Wait, why won't he?
Because he probably doesn't even know. That's not what he's into. He's into basically performance enhancers, bodybuilding, that sort of stuff. But it's basically all he ever talks about. Amongst a couple of, he used to do the more date side of it is he used to do dating stuff like body sense and hair growth. And that was also pretty cool stuff that he used to talk about. But who else knows how shitty the Whoop is now other than people in comment sections who clearly people miss. Everyone misses that stuff.
Big tech layoffs. In October, internet company Star Inc. laid off 170 workers across 3 of its Massachusetts offices. Whoops, a fitness laid off. I wonder how many. Oh, they laid off 15% of their employees. Wow.
Didn't we see something else today? Or we're not going to look at that.
What was that? Tell me. Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Was it the other layoffs I was telling you about?
I believe so. No. It had to do
I'm
with,
not ready to talk about that yet, I don't think.
It had to do with a product.
Tell me which one. I'll just say no.
Should I private chat it to you?
Sure.
I bet people hate when this happens. They're like, what do we want to know? Tell us.
We don't do this very often, do we?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah, I'm okay talking about that. Yeah. I'm okay talking about that.
You want to give me a little bit more on that? Because I know very little, and I had to look up words as well to know what they meant.
I'll bring this. I'll show you this. What was the name of the company? Is it Stacks?
Daughter.
Stacks Doter. What's the name of the
I'll pull it up. Actually, I have it around here somewhere.
I
just plugged it.
What's the name of the company? Basically, the company that makes the Daughter headphones has discontinued them. But I can't. But I want to pull up the. I don't know if I have that PDF anymore. Someone sent me a PDF basically showing that company dropped them, that those headphones have been discontinued. And from just a brief look at the document, I can't tell exactly if that they're done or if that this company just isn't going to carry them and they're going to have to find another maker for the headphones. But my first assessment is they're done, that those are toast.
Well, it was probably going to be so hard for them to make it anyway. With stuff like Beats by Dre being as cheap as they are and as good as they are, it never really made much sense to me. I would have never gotten a pair. What kind of headphones do you wear when you work out? Those?
No, I wear these. I wear these when I'm on the bike. I wear these giant ones that like attach to my TV set through I don't know what the fuck it is, Bluetooth.
It's gotta be Bluetooth.
And then I take them off when I do anything else. I don't even. Oh,
they don't get sweaty and gross.
Oh yeah.
You're one of the people who wears giant headphones when you work out. You crazy bastard.
Just when I'm on the. Yeah. So basically, these got discontinued from what I saw, from what someone sent me today.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I don't know. I don't really want to hammer them. There's just this whole list of things that Katrin and Annie stand for, and it's like all this women empowerment shit, and I don't.
You're throwing down the entire thing of my video tomorrow, which is cool.
Okay, fine. No, I'll wait for your video to come out.
It's not so much. I mean, maybe it'll give some context. Keep going. No, don't wait for it to come out. Keep going. because I didn't get into that part of it. But
what
you could do that.
what have you done for women empowerment besides just being a fucking amazing just role model? Like, why do you have to say any of that? It just everything that they have written about equality and women's empowerment, all this shit, just cheapens everything that they do. It just it's like what the CrossFit Games posted the other day. It's so fucking 2008. You're just bringing women down when you do this. Like no one
doing what?
Pushing the women's in. I'll show you. Let me show you. CrossFit Games Instagram. No one thinks that Sarah, no one in their fucking right mind anymore thinks that Sarah Sigmund's daughter is too buff. Where the fuck is that post? Oh, here. No one in the CrossFit community is like, oh my God, I can't believe that those girls are stronger than the boys, or that, oh my God, I can't believe women's doing it. Like, we're so beyond that. This is like fucking 2008. What you're doing is you're dragging women down. You're bringing up an issue that's like, we've so transcended. From day one, women and men and fucking CrossFit have been paid equal. From day one, the documentaries, well, except for Every Second Counts, the one I made, have embraced the women. We're over. You don't see any comments around CrossFit anymore. Those girls are too buff or whatever. Everyone's just like, holy shit, I can't believe how. Well, you can't even say how hot they are anymore without some jackass getting offended. And this isn't to dig at Sarah at all, but literally they have fucking 2 pages of what they stand for. And like, if you really want to stand up for women's equality and women's rights, fly over to fucking Iran and adopt a fucking family where the girl's in jeopardy of being fucking killed for going to school. We're back to where we were in the beginning with the fucking Liver King. This is just
That's
sellout.
what the entire video I made yesterday is about.
This is all just sellout shit. Like, you really want to attack someone? Attack Dr. fucking Fauci.
Thanks, Kenneth.
Attack someone who's trying to hurt kids. You really want to show fucking women empowerment? Like, come on, man. It's like you're beating a dead horse and not letting us get past it. We're so fucking past it.
Why do you think they do it?
By the way, today when my wife said that the power went out, my wife's like, fuck. And I'm like, what? And she goes, I have so many dishes to do. I'm like, God, I love you. God, I love you. Like, you're so fucking empowered and dedicated.
Wait, can you not use water when the power's out?
We can't, because we're on a well. But that was really just a dig to make me seem so I didn't let down all the people who say I'm misogynistic or whatever. How dare you paint women into the corner doing dishes? Like, shut the fuck up. Women can do dishes if they want to do dishes.
Well, wait a minute. I want to know why you think that they do the whole women empowerment thing.
Because it's the cool thing to do. Because they're fucking
you just said it wasn't, though.
Well, it's the cool thing to do for them, and that's how they think they're selling watches. It's exactly the same thing that Disney did for the last 2 years, but it's why they changed their CEO last week. They know what's fucking happening. They went down the wrong path. You go woke, you go broke. No one wants to hear any of that shit anymore. We're so far past that. They're doing it to fucking virtue signal. It's like, if you think that women need to be empowered, it's because you're fucking stuck in your head. If you just lift your head up and open your eyes, you'll be like, oh shit. It's fucking Annie Thorisdottir, one of the most amazing women who has ever walked on the fucking planet. What more do you need to say? You don't need to say anything about that. Do some other shit. Like, you're diminishing your light by trying to shine it.
Look at what Allison NYC just said.
What?
No women want to do dishes. They suck, but she would rather do them than watch her husband do them.
Good. Whatever.
That's usually how I feel about things too.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, that I would never. Yeah, like, oh, so that's like, I can't stay. I have to take the trash out
because you don't want to watch your wife do it.
I just don't feel like, I don't want her to, like, there's shit like, or if we pull up to the gate and the remote, if we pull up to the gate in front of our house and the remote's not working and she's like, I'll jump out, and she's right by it, I'm like, no, I'll jump out. Or like today, she's like, hey, I would like to make some chicken soup. I'm going to run to the store. I'm like, no, you're not. I mean, unless she wanted to, like, if she said, no, I want to get out of the house, and be cool. But if not, like, I need to do like, I want to do shit for her. So maybe Allison's right. Yeah, I get that. By the way, I wasn't suggesting that women want to do dishes. Maybe you're responding to something in the comment. I was just suggesting that it was nice that my wife, or like, even if she was my husband, like even if she was a dude, that would be a great trait, that they were concerned that the power was out and they couldn't do the dishes. I just love that.
Last time the power went out.
Why am I not cleaning my own dishes? The fuck kind of question is that?
The dishes are always done differently in different households. It's always kind of been something I thought was interesting. It's like people who think the toilet paper should be under versus over the top when you unroll it.
I do.
Some people like have their dishes done every single night. Some people do them like over the course of the day. Some people do them every 3 days and just leave them in the fucking sink.
Our kitchen's always spotless. Here, I'll tell you why my wife does the dishes. You want to know why? Because if it was fucking up to me, we would only use one pot and one cutting board, and everyone would eat with their hands. When my wife's not around, I fucking make dinner, and I dump it out on one plate, and me and my 3 boys sit around and eat off of it.
Paper plates, man.
Even that, whatever. But I have no problem, like, dinner, rotisserie chicken with chopped cucumber sitting on a board. Seriously, that's it.
We threw the pot away, Liz. Oh God, yeah. Alexis threw it away. She was pissed.
My wife doesn't.
That again.
My wife doesn't like it that when my wife wants everyone to have their own cup around the dinner table, because like if it was up to me, we all drink out of the same cup.
I can honestly say I've never once put a roll of toilet paper on the roll and even remembered which direction I put the toilet paper.
Same here. Don't give a
people
fuck.
Who like make that an argument. You know what else I think is something incredible? Like bathroom talk. How do you wipe your butt?
I do 2 or 3 wipes from.
What angle do you attack it from?
From front to back, and then I do a gentle.
You move your balls out of the way.
No, I don't have to. I don't think I have to move my balls out. You mean like hold up my balls with my left hand and wipe from the back?
Like your dick and balls. You wait from front to back.
I go from. I reach from the back.
Did you know there's people who stand up and go side to side? Right? It blows my mind. I had this conversation a lot, always with dudes. So I guess this might be the first time it's with a dude, but there's probably chicks watching. They stand up and then go side to side. I'm like, what the fuck?
Paper, Sevan, and then
like, paper what? Paper.
I have heard some shit in the bathrooms next to me in the stalls that I fucking don't understand. Like it sounds like they're cleaning shoes, but it's a dude wiping his butt. I had this friend and I always wanted to ask him, what the fuck is that sound? How are you wiping your ass?
What is a cleaning shoes sound? Make it really quick.
I hear this.
God damn it. Oh.
When I wipe my ass, it makes no sound. I would like to get to that. I would like to get to that bidet level. The thing is my poops are so fucking clean.
It's because of your new awesome diet where all you do is eat those tomato looking things.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, what is that called? An Arlom?
Persimmon.
They have them at Costco by me, and I'd never seen it before until today.
I actually started making a video showing how to eat the different kinds of persimmons, but I didn't post it. Okay.
Have you used a bidet before? Do you like them?
Yeah, I do like them. I only like at fancy hotels or my super rich friends' houses, but they're kind of cool.
I remember growing up, my parents had one in their bathroom, and I thought it was the weirdest fucking thing, and I'd never used it.
We had one growing up too. I never used it.
What the hell is that thing?
Yeah, I never used it either. The ones at the hotels are much better.
Why?
The one we had in our house was just this. The one we had in our house was just this. It's basically a toilet bowl with just a fucking nozzle that just fired water straight at your ass. Like the ones in the hotels, like you push a button and it works on you. Like you hear it's like, and it's like moving around in the area.
Do you need to use toilet paper at that point or no?
Yeah, I use toilet paper. You got to dry it off.
There's no fan?
There probably is. They have those new fancy toilets have fucking everything. Seat heaters, everything. Oh shit,
I
we
got one
lost
with a
Jeff.
seat. I have a toilet with a seat heater.
You do?
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh
I
shit.
gotta get one of those lights in there though.
So I have to pack. Oh shit. I have to pack.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you're going to Newport soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we do all these videos? We do all
No,
of
we
them?
did. No.
We
didn't
didn't even
do
talk about the Danny Spiegel and Eddie or not. We didn't talk about the TRT Tuesday. We didn't
Oh,
talk about
listen.
we didn't talk about
Listen.
Tia eating breakfast.
Oh yeah, that was great too. Oh shit. Okay, I'm going to be in Newport for 2 weeks. I'll have plenty of time. We got to get back to those. I do want to say this though, to Danny Spiegel. First of all, we hardly ever talk about you on the show, but when we do, it's not the beacon of moral truth. It's the beacon of moral authority. You are the beacon of moral authority. Do not fuck the lineup. It's so fucking good. The beacon of moral authority. Moral truth. Make me sound like a fucking knucklehead. May look homeless, but not a knucklehead. All right. Hiller, any final words to the constituents?
I got nothing. Nothing.
But tomorrow, so you're doing a video tomorrow on Katrin?
Yes, featuring Katrin.
What time?
On the Liver King featuring Katrin. I should have it out.
On the Liver King featuring Katrin. This sounds like 20,000 views.
I actually told Alexis it's probably going to be good for 18,000.
Okay.
I've been pretty. Have I mentioned to you that I'm getting pretty spot on with my guesses. Like I could have told you that the Joshua Patterson one would have been dog shit for views.
NoBull video was your best one, Hiller.
Thank you. Wow.
Noni.
I really felt like I was turning a new leaf on that. I left the garage and shit for that one. I ruined an appliance or two.
My eyeballs hurt. This kept me up past my bedtime. Oh, did you throw the blender away?
The blender's fine. Alexis threw the pot away.
I would never use that blender. You should not use that blender.
Why? Just wash it. It's time for a new one. That's why I said it twice. It's like 6 years old.
By the way, my kids, I want to tell you this, finish on this note. My kids have been playing Monopoly. We got a new Monopoly set.
I fucking love Monopoly.
And they love it too. And it's interesting. They've changed the name of Monopoly. It's called Wokeopoly.
Shut up.
And when you cross go, if you're white, you get $100, and if you're black, you get $400.
Yes, you're kidding.
No, it's Wokeopoly. It's really cool. All right.
That's the only thing they changed, huh?
No, there's other stuff too. If you're gay, you get like $300. They've changed some things. Oh, if you're gay, you get out of jail free. There's just some shit like that. There's just some new.
Your boys did not make this up. You influenced them.
When the power was out today, I was trying to think of funny stuff to say for the show. All right. Thanks for entertaining me, guys.